Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you an update on my team project pen for 2020. I have been penning a few products for the last few weeks, 6 weeks I think, around about now, and I want to show you how much progress I made. This is a project pen that is created by Kat and Hailey from Beauty News. I'm going to link both of their channels down below. It's a rolling pen, so if you are out of something or you empty something, you can roll it out and put something new in there. It's a full face, mainly. If you want it to be, you can totally choose what categories you're going to leave out or put in. But it's essentially a full face project pen. Every 3 months you can swap something out. Even though you didn't hit your goal on the product, you can swap something out. But we're just beginning, so this is not the time to swatch something or swap something out. So I'm just going to tell you how far I got in these last few weeks. So if you're curious to see how much progress I made, then please keep on watching. Okay, I have this nice little list that Hailey made last year. I primed it a little bit to my own preferences. And what I did different this year than last year, I did the same thing last year. I set a separate goal for every product. Last year I was just like, okay, I'm going to use it up. And if I don't like it in 3 months, I'm going to swap it out. But right now, I thought it would be nice to have a set goal for every product. So that is what I did. I am just going to follow the list. I'm not going to start with empties or anything like that. I'm just going to follow the list. I prefer it that way. And I'm going to tell you for each product what my original goal is and how far I got. So I'm starting off with primer, and I said I wasn't going to start with an empty, but I am, because I have an empty in my primer category. I had this Farsali Skin Tune Blur. It's a mini, and I bought this when I was in London a few months back. So I really wanted to try this primer because I know it's very expensive in the full size. I think it's like $52, and this one was, I think, £22, something like that. Still not very cheap, but yeah, you know, a very easier price to start using it. I've used it up. There's this dropper in here. The dropper is empty, the bottle is empty. You can very easily, when the dropper doesn't get everything out, it just doesn't do that. I don't know. I don't think it goes all the way down to the bottom to get every ounce of product out of here, but you can very easily just pour it out on your hand and then use it. As what I think about this product, I don't know. It's a nice product. I think it spreads out very nicely. It leaves your skin a little bit tacky. It blurs a little bit, but not extremely, especially not my nose, but over here it blurred a little bit. So for my skin it was okay. Definitely not, for me, not worth the full price. So I'm not going to buy a full size of this one. I enjoyed it, but today somehow it's just acting up a little bit here with my foundation. So I think it's also a question of what foundation you use with this one, if it's going to work, yes or no. So yeah, that's my opinion on that one. It's an empty, so it's going out of my project. I didn't put anything new in because I am also penning this primer. It's the one from Clarins. It's the SOS primer in the shades 02 Peach. And I believe, I think it's just a little bit too much to be emptying or trying to finish 2 primers. I don't have a lot of primers. It's not really a very big problem area for me, so I'm just going to leave it with this one. This one, my goal for this one is to use it up, and I was at 41.3 grams last month, and now I am at 39.4. So I have been using this quite a bit, so I'm doing okay on this one. Then we go over to foundation. I have 2 foundations in my project. I have this one. This is the MAC Water Weight foundation in the shade NW18. There's some SPF in here, but it's very light coverage, so I don't think you have a lot of benefits from the SPF. I can see through the bottle a bit now, and I am right here. When I started it was totally empty, but I am right here right now. So as you can see, I have been using a lot of it. I was at 116.2 grams last month, and I am at a 109.3 at the moment. I'm doing good, and the goal I have for this one is to decide if I like it and if it's going to stay in my collection, yes or no, and I can decide if it can if I want to keep it in or if I'm going to take it out in the 3-month swap time. So I have to try this for 3 months and then I can decide if I want to keep it, yes or no. Then the other foundation I'm trying to hit major pan on, that's my goal, hit major pan, oops, is also a MAC product. It's the Studio Fix, I think it's just a Studio Fix foundation, I don't really know. Yeah, it just says Studio Fix. It's in the shade NW20. This is a bit light for me. I know when I got this girl tried it on my skin, and when I got this I was a bit of a newbie in foundation, so that's why I don't think I got a deeper one. I have the NW22 as well in my collection, and that one suits my skin tone a little bit better. This is a match for my skin tone of my face as is, but if I put this on, I look like a ghost, or, you know, ghostly. So I don't really like the NW20, so that's why it's in my project pan, because I want to use most of it up before I throw it away. And I was at 60 grams last month, and I'm at 59.3 at the moment. I use this not together with this one, I'm just switching it up a bit, and I use this a little bit more than this one. I'm doing good. I have taken some pictures, but because you can't see really, because I haven't hit pan yet, I'm not going to put it up because there's no use. You can't really see. I made a big dent. I can see that I made a big dent, but I don't. I think I can show you. No, I can't show you. So for me, I'm just working through that thing. It's going fine. All right, then for concealer, I have two. I have this one. I've been working on this one for a while. It's the Maybelline Instant Aging Eraser. It's in the shade Fair. You can't really see that anymore because it's all worn off by now. You can see that I have been going well, going a little less, going a little better. And this month I have been making more of an effort to use it. So I've gone a little bit better and I have a very teeny amount left. I was at 20.2 grams last month and I am at 19.6 grams at the moment. And my goal is to use it up. The other concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 16, I believe this is. Oh, it's on the top. Yeah, it's 16. You can see through it a little bit here. So I marked it here, but I've also weighed it because this is lying down in a little basket I use for all my project pan stuff, so I can get to it easily. And it lays a lot like this. So I can't really, you know, I have to leave it upright for a while. I don't know if it's going to really all come down. So I put it here, but I don't know. I was at 16 grams last time and somehow I am at 16.1 grams. I've used this a little bit this month, but somehow it grew. I don't know why and I don't know how that happened. The goal I have with this one is to decide if I want to keep it in or out of my collection, and the reason being, it's quite yellow, as you can see. Not my shade at all. I have tried to use it a few times on my under eyes and around my nose. It looks atrocious. So this is something I can't really use as a concealer. I am going to keep it in for a few months. I am going to try and use it as a eyeshadow base, but I'm already penning another eyeshadow base. So as long as that is going, I'm not going to use this, but I'm going to just keep it in because I want to keep it in for 3 months and get a little bit of use out of this product. And yeah, I didn't make a lot of progress. I'm not going to make a lot of progress either. I think I'm going to just declutter it after 3 months because I can't really use it. I don't really like to use concealer as my eyeshadow primer, but we will see when I get to that. Then I am trying to pen this Maybelline Master Fix powder. I can't really, it's a bit difficult to, I try to keep it like this. And no. Well, I also weighed it because it's a little bit difficult for me to really mark this. I was here last time. Can I show you? And I am here now. So I did get quite good use out of this one. My goal is to use it up. I was at 35 grams last month and I'm at 34.3 grams right now. So I'm doing okay on this one. Then I am going over to my bronzers because the next category is setting spray and I don't really have a problem with setting spray, so I didn't put one in. The first one I am trying to finish. This is also oldie but a goodie if you followed me last year. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder in the shade Buff Beige. This is essentially a finishing powder, but because of its shade you can use it as a bronzer. And what I like to do is if I have a very harsh bronzer or very dark bronzer, I contour with the darker bronzer and I just blend it out, as to say, with this one. So I really enjoy this product. I was at 61.7 grams last month and I am at 61.3 at the moment. My goal is to use it up until I have to repress it. I'm not very good at repressing, so I will try, but I'll probably fail and I have to toss it. So that is why my goal is to use it up until I have to repress. It's a very soft powder, so it goes really quickly. I have put a picture, I did take a picture last month, so I will put a picture up here of how far I was. I didn't use it as much as I would have liked, but you know, I did use it. It's gone down a little bit. Then my other bronzer is the Benefit Hoola bronzer. I took it out of its packaging. It's the mini one. It's this one. I've been working on this last year. Started working on this last year. My goal with this one is also use it up until I have to repress. I was at 8.4 grams last month and I am at 8.2 grams right now. And I can see, I don't think I can show you, but I can see that I'm making a little bit of a dent right here. I took a picture. You won't see anything changing on that picture, so I won't put it up because I think you will only see the progress I make on this the moment I hit pen. So I do take pictures every month for maybe a time-lapse type of thing at the end of the year, but it's not, I can't show you anything like progress right now, so I won't put it up. Then I'm going over to blush. I have been trying to pen this Benefit Dandelion blush in a mini size. It's this one. I've started this last year and as you can see I made a very big pen, or I don't even have to do this, you can already see it like this. As you can see I made a very big pen. I will put a picture up here and you can see that I had this little, like over here I had, you can see it in the pen still, I had a little bit of a corner and that corner had a tear and I was a little bit afraid that it was going to break off entirely, and that is what happened this week. This blush is way too light for me. I can't pick it up very easily anymore. I would have to repress it. My goal is to use it up until I have to repress. I am not going to repress this. The reason is I don't like the shade. It's not showing up enough on my skin tone, so I'm not going to go through the hassle and trouble of finishing this thing. I can't, as I said, I can't really pick it up on my brush. I have to repress it. As I said, I'm not really good at repressing. So what I will do, I'm going to get out the product and I'm going to keep the pen because I think it would be handy to have this as a repressing tool for the Hoola bronzer the second I have to repress that one. So that is why I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to take it out of my project. I had to put in a new blush because I'm taking the Dandelion blush out, and I thought it would be nice to try this one because this is also a very light shade, and I was like, okay, I want to try this one for a few months and see if I think this is showing up better, if this is something I want to keep in my collection or maybe declutter, give away, or, well, decluttering means I'm going to try to give it away, but declutter it out of my collection. And I've used it today. I must say I really like the shade. It is very light, but because it has a like apricot orangey, it's not really orange, it's like an apricot type of color to it. It does show up on my cheeks, so way more than the Dandelion one did. So I'm glad I took this one out and gave it a spin. This is going to be in my project pen until I use 1 gram of it. And then I'm just going to take it back in and I'm going to put another blush in. I am at 45.8 grams at the moment. So yeah, I am going to use 1 gram of this and then I'm going to take it out. Then we go over to highlight, and I have 2 in my project, and the thing is, I said 1 gram with the blush. I think I'm going to set myself up for failure with that one, because I am noticing that 1 gram of a product that you don't really use a lot of, it's quite a lot. I have these 2 highlighters. My goal for both of these is to use at least 1 gram before I take them out. I'm going to start with the Wet n Wild Blossom Glow in the shade 319B, I'm sorry. That's this one. It's a very light, it's not champagne, it is a bit of a champagne with a very light pink shift, and it does show up a little pinkish on my skin tone. I was at 40.9 grams last month, and I'm at 40.7 grams right now. I have used this quite a lot this month, so this is going to take me at least 5 months or something like that to hit my goal for the 1 gram goal. So it may be that I'm going to use my 3-month swap moment to take a chance to take these out. Not because I don't enjoy it, but I don't want to work 5 months on one highlighter. So yeah, that's the thing. The same with this one. This is the Catrice Light Infusion, if I can open it up. In 010. This one, it's totally, the cap is totally worn off the name, but this is the shade. It's very light as well. It's borderline actually on my skin, but if I'm really careful and I layer it with this one, it's okay. I can use this also as a brow highlighter and an inner corner highlighter, so I try to use it as those 2 things as well, because otherwise I'm just going to take forever to use this. I was at 58 grams last month, and I am at 58 grams right now, so I'm not making any progress, and I'm using this quite a bit. So this is going to be swapped out in 3 months, I know, because this is also a 1 gram goal. I won't make that. So, but both of them, they're quite okay. I am enjoying them. They're not bad products. It's going very slowly. Then I am going over to my eye primer. I am trying to pen this MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This one I am going to put up a photo, because I know I took a photo when I started this one. I am at 50.2 grams, and I was at 50.2 grams last month, and I am at 49.5 at the moment. I'm doing good. I'm using this every time I do my makeup, so I'm going good. My goal is to use it up. Then I am going to my eyeshadows. I have a few single eyeshadows I am trying to get some use out of. The first one is this NYX Cream Eyeshadow. It's in the shade MMM Now. It's weird, it doesn't really have a name. It's this one. I'm going to put a picture up because I had a teeny pinprick of a pen when I started, and as you can see, the pen has grown a lot. This is a very, very nice, easy shade to set your eyeshadow primer or eyeshadow base, whatever you use as primer. If you use a primer, this is very easy to use. It's very soft, it's very creamy, so that's why I'm going very fast when it comes to using it up. The thing is though, I thought it would be quicker, but I am at 25. I was at 25 grams last month. I am at I was at 2.5 grams last month, and I am at 2.4 right now. My goal is to use it up until I have to repress, because I'm just going to toss it if I have to do that. And it's not going very fast. I thought I would go faster with this one, because usually you have like 1.5 grams in like a single shadow. So, and then the pen weighs something, but I'm not really going very fast. So yeah. I'm really curious to see how much there was in there when I am able to use it up. Then the second eyeshadow I'm trying to, for this one, use 1 gram as well, is this one. It's something I bought in a Korean, I think it was a Korean beauty store in New York, in some like side street from 5th Avenue. So that was fun to wander in there and stumble onto this one. This is a very nice color. I am wearing it in my crease right now. I really like this color. It's a very easy thing to use every day. It's a very easy crease color for me. I have you can see the other two shadows I am trying, or at least have in my project at the moment, and you can see that they make a very nice combined look. I did that on purpose, so I would use them a lot. I was at 17.9 grams last month, and I am at 17.7 right now. So I'm doing okay. This is going to take me also a few months to hit my goal, but you know, I set the goal. Then I have this very old light pink mono eyeshadow from Douglas. I think it's going to look almost white with this bright light. But this is my Douglas. I think it's in the shade, yeah, a Croc Velvet, the 51. I have no idea if this is still available, but this is very old, but it still shows up. So I have hit, or I put a goal on hitting pan on this one. I am trying to concentrate on this little dip. You can't see, can you? You can't see, it's too bright. But I have a little bit of a dip going, and I'm trying to concentrate there, because if I hit pan, then I can finally toss it. I was at 17.3 grams last month, and I am at 17.3 grams right now. So I am glad that I said I have to use pen and not use use 1 gram or something like that, because that is going to be difficult. Then I have this L'Oreal one. This is also extremely old, and I know I have combined these two together in the past. I have hit some pen, but I already did that when before I started this project. I will have photos up, I hope. This is in the shade Prune Metal 153, and I think this is in the Color Appeal Platinum line. I don't think this still exists. It's years old, like years old. It's really, really old. This is just, I'm going to use this one until the other products go out, because this is just a very nice companion. And I thought it would be nice to get some use out of it while I am using the other ones. But it is really, really old. So I think I'm going to toss it when I take it out of my project. I was at 18.5 grams last month, and I am at 18.4 right now. Okay, next up is this L'Oreal Gel Intensa black eyeliner. This is the one. You can see that I've hit pen at the bottom, trying to work around like the sides now to get this done. This is going to take me forever. It's fine. It's a very nice eyeliner. I have to put some Duraline in it once in a while, not too often. It stays very creamy after I put that in, but it's getting a little old, so it's good to have it in my project and try to use it up. The goal is to use it up in its entirety, so that's a thing. I was at 29.8 grams last month, and I am at 29.7 right now, so I'm doing okay. I am trying to use this a lot. So yeah, I'm trying to get through this. I'm doing okay. It's okay. I'm doing good. Okay, then my eye pencil, I didn't really use a lot this month, so I had to sharpen it once. It's the Max Factor Kohl pencil in the shade brown. Well, that was exciting. 030 brown. It's this one, and I'm going to use it until I have run out of this Max Factor lettering. If I have sharpened that away, then I'm going to toss it, because it will be a very little stump and it will be annoying to sharpen. I haven't used it a lot, but I've used it some. Enough for me to have to sharpen it. So I was at 99.2 centimeters, and I am at 8.7 centimeters right now. Then mascara, I am using this Clinique High Impact mascara for my lower lash line. I don't like it on my top lashes, so I'm only using it on my lower lash line, and it's going really, really slow. I am going to use it until it dries up so much that I get clumps. That is something that happens with this mascara if you use it too long. I was at 19.8 grams last month, and nothing changed. And I'm going to use it. The goal is to use it until it's too dry to use. So yeah, I'm plodding along. Then I have a brow product, and this is a brow product I took with this from last project to this project. And it's the MAC Shape and Shade Brown Tint in the color Taupe. I must say I don't really dislike this product. It's this felt tip on one side and it has they say a powder, but I don't think it's a powder. It's a pomade, I think. On this side, I don't know if you can see, but it's like very wet. Can you see it on the tip of this thing? It looks a little grimy. But the funny thing is, what I do, I take this brush, this one, spoolie through my brows, and then I put this thing in here. It comes out. I rub it at the back of my hand because it's like a pomade type of structure, and it works really nicely, I must say. And I've been using it so much that you can actually, can you see that? Can you see the markings? I can just totally see through it, but I don't think it's no, don't focus on my face. Focus on this. Yeah. Can you see? Can you see? Yeah, I think you can see. You see the markings? I'm doing quite good, I must say. This thing is the felt pin is like, it's not drying up necessarily, but it's clogging a little bit. So I have a lot of color on my brows when I use it. So that is getting a little bit annoying. But yeah, I'm just plodding along. I like the shape, I like the shade, and I like the product, so I'm doing good. I was at 8.7 grams last month and I am at 8.4 grams right now. And my goal is to use it until it's too dry to use. Then I'm going over to lip liner, and I've really been focusing on this thing. And you can see that I have made a lot of progress. This is the NYX Suede Lip Liner in Whipped Caviar, and look how small it got, guys. What I do, I use this to color in my lips, not just line it, just color them in, and then I put over some other lip product that is in my project. This is a use up goal. I was at 8.3 centimeters last month and I'm at 6.3 right now. So I used 2 centimeters of this thing, and I'm going to use it until I can't sharpen it anymore, and then I'm going to toss it. Then for lipstick, I am trying to use up this Mini by Bite. It's in the shade Date. It's a very nice shade. It's a very small, teeny, it's like this big. It's a very teeny tiny lipstick, but the color is really nice and it goes very nicely with my lip liner. I was at 1.9 centimeters last month and I am at 1.5 centimeters right now. I'm doing good because I'm using this every morning when I do my makeup. If it fits my eye makeup, I use this one. So yeah, this is going good. But I am not doing very good on my lip gloss. This is the Max Factor lip gloss in the shade, did I know? Honey Nude. It's a very nice lip gloss. Nothing wrong with it. I really love the shade. I just forget to use it. Because I was at 26.2 grams last month and I am at the same weight right now. I've used it a handful of times. So yeah, I'm not really surprised I didn't make a lot of progress on this one. I still enjoy it. I have a goal of getting to know the formula. So I just want to use this and see if I like the formula and if I would like to buy more of them in other shades. So that is the goal. Then I also have this Mini by NARS. It's a liquid lip glide, I think it's called. Yeah, the lip glide. And it's in the shade Roseland. I have this one in my bag. So if I'm reapplying, then I use this one. It's a little, you know, these colors are very close to one another. So it's okay to use, you know, to top them or to combine them. I was at 19.6 grams last month and I'm at 19.4 grams right now, so I'm doing okay. The goal is to use it up and for me also to get to know the product and see if I want to get the full size or if I want to get more shades of this product. I'm almost there. Most of the time these are very long. Okay, I have this nail polish by Jerome. It's the nail strengthener in extra strong. And this is really, I have to use this because it's getting really weird at the bottom, as you can see. It's really weird at the bottom. I didn't use this at all this month. I'm a little bit ashamed. but I didn't use it at all. I must say I've been taking a little bit better care of my nails. So maybe I am going to put it on, but I totally forgot about it. I was at 43.1 grams last month and I'm at the same weight right now. Then I'm going over to my minis. I have a lot of mini perfumes and I want to size it or take it down, or just I want to use enough of those minis up until I have 5 minis left. I have selected 5 minis that I really want to, you know, keep in my collection, that I don't mind that I have as mini, but I had so much, because if you buy makeup you always get these minis. I try to give them away, or I try to get a male scent so I can give it to my husband. I just have too much. I have this little shell case and I couldn't close it anymore. It was piling out. The goal is to use this until I have like 5 left, and I've used a lot of them this month because I am at 8. I was at 14 last month and I am at 8 right now. That means that I've used up 6 of those minis. The reason why I'm going so well is because I picked the ones that were half empty or almost empty. So that's why I'm going really fast through these things. So is it 8? Yeah, it's 8. So yeah, I'm doing good on those. Then I had 2 body products, and both of them, I don't have them with me because my husband is taking a nap, and the products are in my bedroom, so I have to just put them. One of them I finished. It's the Nivea cream, the normal one, the blue tin one. I thought I put it in my empties box, but I can't find it, so I don't know. I think there's a helicopter flying around. It takes him a while to go away, so I think it's just a police helicopter, so I think there's someone running around and they're trying to catch it. I wanted to wait until it's gone, but it's circling, so. I was talking about the Nivea creme one. I finished it. It's not in my empties box, so I don't know where I left it. Maybe accidentally thrown it away, but that was the one I finished. It's the one, if you saw my last video, it's the one with a very little product left. And then I also had the Nivea, the bigger one, the white one. It's called Nivea Soft, and I've been using it, but I don't know how much it weighs right now because my husband is taking a nap in the bedroom and I don't want to wake him to get it out of my nightstand. I use it on my feet. Very nice to use it on my feet. I was at 81.5 grams last month, and I'm going to put how far I am right now down below here, so you will know how good I went. I think I did okay because I've used it a few times. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the Ordinary Caffeine Solution. It's an under eye like type of serum. I was here last month and I'm like 1 millimeter down. But if I look at the weight, I did better. It looks better if I look at the weight. I was at 64.1 grams last month and I am at 62.6 grams right now. So I'm doing really good when it comes to weight because I use it every day, but I can't really show you the progress on the bottle because it just doesn't really show. Okay, so that was the last thing, guys. It is going to be a long video. I'm sorry about that, but these tend to be long because it's a lot of products I have to go through. I think I'm doing quite okay. I think it's nice to have some empties already, or just some things I want to toss or take out of the project and put some new stuff in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, then please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you are doing the same project, Team Project Pen, and how you are doing. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope I will see you in my next one. Bye!